see if anyone signs up?
You're on.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our underground bunker. We got Paul Joseph, we got Edgar Mills.
Peace.
Doing the Paul Joseph Quartet's St. Patrick's Day Jazz Show in a duo setting. We never did this before, did we?
Yeah, the first gig I ever did with you, I was thrusted into a duo environment. I'll never forget when I was playing in 5 beats with you for the first time.
That was fun.
Insane.
You'll hear some 5-beat today. And as a matter of fact, we've never done this program as a duo before, so we're going to see how this comes out. Our other band members are in their own underground bunkers.
Right, they're self-contained.
Yes, and I have my container of smoothie here. This is green smoothie, good for the immune system, right?
I had mine today.
And for St. Patrick's Day too, green smoothie, good for the boost the immune system. It's got kale in it, it's got lots of good stuff.
Every day.
Every day.
Take a sip. Usually you, in live performances, they don't let you do it, but screw it today. Paul has been banned from drinking this in front of the public, but today, virtually, we can pretty much do anything we want, right?
That's right, that's
There's
right.
no rules.
And we are loaded, we have the kale. We have the hail to the kale, we got the power
Hail
to
to
the
the
kale.
kale. See, not hail to the chief, hail to the kale. I trust that more than any politician.
That's right, this is the best immune protection. Because we are, what's that phrase you came up with? The most immune?
Immune protective...
That's right, the most immune protected band on the planet.
Oh, yes.
And as you see, we're totally immune protected today, so we're not catching anything.
And we're not spreading anything.
Not spreading anything
We don't-
either. Except good vibes, right?
Yes.
We're spreading good music.
Irish vibes.
If we ever get to it. So anyway, we got to toast some Irish, like I said, green smoothie. You got to boost your immune system. Eat healthy stuff. Get some exercise. Get some rest. It's good for you. Don't live in fear, because fear is not good for your immune system. This is music, good for your immune system. So there you go.
Aaron go bra.
Aaron go bra. All right, our first tune is going to be My Wild Irish Rose. It's a very wild tune. And let me just put this kale
It's
back.
organic.
It's organic.
So wild. Remember they used to have wild craft?
Yeah, just like the kale. The kale's organic too.
Yeah, before organic became a mainstream word, wildcraft. You'd look for wildcraft herbs and vegetables. Mainly in your herbs they have that. But I don't see that anymore.
All right, now that we've gotten a little bit of nutrition out of the way, one more sip, then we do My Wild Irish Rose. Are you ready, sir?
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. We've never done a Facebook Live before, too. This is history in the making. You are witnessing history, hopefully. finish line. Thank you very much. I hear you all applauding out there.
That was fun,
That
boys
was
and
fun.
girls.
Yeah, Edgar Mills on bass and percussion. I didn't know that was coming.
I didn't know it either. But that's what jazz is all about.
That's what jazz is all about.
Right?
Yes.
You never know. You can hear this concert another time on streaming, obviously. Since
Yeah.
we were not allowed to get together.
We weren't allowed to play
What
today.
year is this? 2025? We're still not allowed to get together?
Not allowed to get together.
Oh, did you tell them we're broadcasting from the future? That's why we're dressed this way?
We're broadcasting from the future. That's why we're dressed this way.
And you're still not allowed to go out in public. Sorry.
Yes. So
Spoiler
anyway,
alert.
yeah, we're not allowed to. Our concert got canceled, even though we are the most immune protected band in the universe, because we got our green smoothies, etc. But anyway, but we don't let that stop us. The show must go on. We got to keep playing.
You know, no matter what happens, right to the final end, the apocalyptic end, the show.
That's right. I think the apocalypse is here.
The show must go on.
And the show is going on. It's going on.
You know, that's what's unique about musicians. We know the show must go on. We have to lift people's spirits right to the end.
Amen. So you're getting words of wisdom from our philosopher bass player Edgar.
And our philosopher, pianist, Paul Joseph.
Who's also
What are
got...
you drinking there now? What's that?
This is my magic ginger. Ginger turmeric. Take some fresh ginger, fresh turmeric, blend it up in water. You're good to go. One of the most nutritious drinks on the planet.
Man, I love that ginger stuff.
Edgar's making fresh kombucha.
Yeah, we'll broadcast that later, in a later show.
Later show.
But then we'll save it for our next concert.
Okay, sounds good.
What do we got next, Paul?
Our next piece is called The Minstrel Boy.
I didn't know boy. Oh, sorry.
What? He's a minstrel boy.
Gotta watch what we get into here.
It's a sad song. The minstrel boy goes off to war. Like a lot of Irish songs. Don't worry, I'm coughing because of my magic ginger. I'm not sick. You won't catch anything from us. You won't catch a virus from us. But hopefully, you make this video go viral. That's what we want.
Yeah, tell people right now, share it, that we're live.
We are live. We are live on Facebook. We are doing St. Patty's Day Jazz. We're going to do The Minstrel Boy. The Minstrel Boy goes off to war. Very sad, like a lot of Irish songs. And we're going to do it like a bossa nova. Bring a little Brazilian sunshine into it.
Excellent.
much, ladies and gentlemen. That was The Minstrel Boy. And now we have a real good song for you. A real good song. As a matter of fact, it's a reel. It's not just one reel, it's two reels. It's The Lilting Banshee and The Tenpenny Bit.
Now, usually we have our violinist absolutely featured on this, and it really lends itself to that whole Irish feel, but unfortunately, it's just us today.
Just us.
It's just an appetizer to the real show.
That's right, it's an appetizer, just like the smoothies, an appetizer for the good stuff coming later. So, yes, as a matter of fact, and she even does dancing when she plays.
The jig.
So don't expect if you come to every one of our shows you're going to get dancing girls. That's not what we're saying. But this show, you might get a little bit of dancing. So this is a really good, hopefully a really good version of a really good tune, which is two tunes, which are two reels.
It's too real. Exactly. Is that what you're saying?
It's too real. It's just too real to be true.
You're going to run out of smoothie there.
That's all right.
You better hold back.
It's all right. We can always blend up
Let's
some
see what
more.
happens here without the drummer and the violinist.
Okay. And what do we have next?
Oh my God, it's in 5/4.
5/4. Oh my God. That must be The Girl I Left Behind Me.
Was she behind you, or did you leave her behind you?
One or the other. I don't know which is better.
It's an Irish folk song.
The Girl I Left Behind Me. Yeah. It's another sad song because he leaves her behind because he's going off to war. All the Irish songs, they're love songs and they're war songs at the same time. So anyway, we wanted to cheer everyone up at this time
Yes,
of
it
year.
depends on your mood.
Depends on your mood,
But
right?
everyone's mood is down. But we're here to pick your spirits up.
To tell you about love and war. and good stuff like that.
I guess love and viruses would be the equivalent.
That's right.
Man, you're really having a good time there in the food department.
This is great. Need some nutrition. Get good nutrition in you. Stay hydrated.
Yeah, if you just
drink water.
tuned in, we have people who tuning in.
You're tuning in.
Tell them who we are again.
We are on Facebook Live. We are the Paul Joseph Duo. We have Paul Joseph on the piano, and we have Edgar Mills on the bass. We're broadcasting from an underground bunker in Edgar's private hidden studio. You don't know where this is. We're not going to tell anyone.
We dress like this to protect ourselves and you.
And you. We don't want anyone getting sick, all right? And we're not going to tell you where we are because we don't want the virus to find us either.
Oh,
So
right. We're from the future.
We are from the future.
And then we're telling you, from 2020, we're still quarantined. So just get used to it.
Get used to it. And enjoy it.
Quit complaining.
And tune in more.
Quit buying toilet paper.
No toilet paper.
In fact, that's what we use these suits for in the future.
That's right. Use both sides, remember.
In fact, in the future, the toilet paper was in such demand, they created these special uniforms that clean themselves.
That's genius, genius. You see how
Yes.
smart we get as a civilization? Some people say humans are the dumbest creatures on the planet, but this proves that it's not true.
No,
It's not
we're
true.
here to tell you.
We're here to tell you. All right, so we have The Girl I Left Behind Me with 5 beats.
Oh, God.
It goes 1,
Where's
2,
Mike? I
3,
need you,
4,
Mike.
5.
Mike, if you're listening to me, I need you.
Is our drummer out there somewhere? we got to find him. Okay, here we go. ladies and gentlemen.
I heard that 5/4 and high heat will actually cure the virus.
Yes, playing music in 5/4 or even listening to music in 5/4 may cure the virus, but and this isn't scientifically proven, but it can't hurt.
Don't quote us
You can't
because we're from the future and whatever you tried didn't work.
That's right. Whatever you tried didn't
We're
work.
just trying to encourage you. Keep your strengths and hopes alive.
Keep healthy.
And we are broadcasting alive.
We are broadcasting live. Edgar Mills on bass, Paul Joseph on piano.
Welcome.
Irish jazz for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people forgot about St. Patty's.
Don't forget about St. Patty's.
Took
Very
the
important.
thunder away.
You got to keep your spirits up. St. Patty's is a good spirit lifter.
Now, Paul, why are we broadcasting live? What happened to our gigs?
Our gigs got canceled. We had concerts all weekend. They got canceled.
But did that stop us?
No! Nothing stops
And
Paul
what
Joseph.
other bands are doing this?
A lot of other bands are doing it. God bless them.
God bless. Are they streaming?
Maybe. But we're streaming from a special underground bunker for your, and we're ready. We're dressed for your protection and ours, and we're good to go.
That is correct.
This is it. It doesn't get better than this.
What do we got next?
Uh-oh, Edgar's taking out his secret weapon, his bow.
I just got it re-haired, and there's a hair.
It's a hairy situation.
Honestly, there's lost. Rebowed, re-haired.
He's losing his hair on that bow.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do a piece, obviously a nice ballad. It's a famous piece called Red is the Rose. One of my favorite songs, actually. You're going to like this one. And
we just played straight through because we had an arrangement here with the
we'll
violin.
do the same arrangement. I'll play the violin part.
Okay, good.
Didn't you enjoy that, ladies and gentlemen? That was so soothing. Good for the soul.
Oh, yes. Just a moment of silence here after that.
That's right.
Usually we have people applaud, but I'm digging the silence.
I like the silence.
You know, it's a little different.
Matter of fact, I mean, they banned audiences from the concerts. Maybe when we go back to it, we should just ban applause also.
Well, they do it in some classical, right? You have to wait to the end of the movement.
That's right.
And you're supposed to know.
You're supposed to know.
And if you clap, they escort you out. So
You're gone.
you're finished.
All right. But we won't escort you out. It's
No.
okay. You can clap from home. It's fine.
I think there's buttons on there where they send love things and tags and.
Yeah, send us some love. We're trying to send you some love. Send us some love.
Oh, your website. And Paul, what is your website's name?
Thank you. The website is pauljoseph.com. And while you're there, you can see our itinerary of our shows, which may get canceled. They may not, though. One never knows. And we have all upcoming shows throughout the year. And you can see videos of the band. You can see my symphonic music. And you could even sign the mailing list there if you want. There's a contact form
They
there.
could almost spend the whole day there.
You could spend the whole week there. You could spend a whole month there. You got nothing better to do anyway because you can't go anywhere, so you might as well. PaulJoseph.com.
I knew that this day would come.
This day would come. So, okay, the next piece is a piece called John Riley. John Riley was a character.
Did he hardly knew ye?
No, that's coming later. That's Johnny. Johnny who hardly knew ye.
I see. I get confused.
I know. But John Riley, yeah, there's a Johnny, there's a John Riley and the Johnny, we got another Johnny song later. So, John Riley, he was a handsome prince, and he sees this young, beautiful woman by the side. He's riding on his horse, of course, this is the old times, and he sees this beautiful woman by the road, and he said, "Young woman, will you marry me?" And she's like, "No. I got a boyfriend. I got John Riley is like I got this boyfriend who's out to war and he's gonna come back and I'm waiting for him."
Yes.
And John Riley's like, come on, he's not gonna come back. What if he doesn't come back? She's like, "No, he's gonna come back." And he's like, "Well, what if he's killed? He found another woman." She's like, "No, he's not gonna find another woman." "What if he got killed in the war?" No, he's not gonna get killed in the war. And even if he does, I'm gonna wait for him. So anyway, so she's waiting, and this is 7 years after John Riley, after her lover left her, and then the man on the horse explains he's John Riley. He's the one she was waiting for all these years. And so she, it's a happy song. It starts sad and ends happy. It's inverse of the other songs. So the interesting thing about that, which boggles my mind, that you're on Facebook, is because, all right, so it's only 7 years. She forgot what he looked like. She couldn't recognize him even after only 7 years. I mean, what's up with that? And if she could have looked on Facebook, right?
Yes, or sun damage. You never know.
Yeah, but she could have found him on Facebook. Well, I guess they didn't have Facebook then. You have Facebook now, so don't let that happen to you. If your lover's gone, don't forget what he looks like. Okay, that's the moral of the story.
Wasn't he disfigured in war? That's why she didn't recognize him. Or?
I don't think so. I think he was
Let's
pretty good
add
looking.
some more to the story.
Yeah, we got to spice it up a little.
Like Netflix, you can change it.
You could Google the lyrics if you want to John Riley, and you could find the whole story out for yourself. But anyway, so this is John Riley, and we're going to do this like a samba. Because John Riley probably,
Kind of like a Western.
when he was out gallivanting around the country, he probably came to America, and then he probably went to South America, probably went to Brazil, so it's very apropos.
Yes.
because a lot of this sounds like cowboy music. The reason is, this is what we're doing is we're taking the, we're playing it pretty much in a style called Western swing. And Western swing, if you don't know what that is, if you know what country music is, and if you know what country western is, and if you know what jazz is, think of them being melded together. You take the rhythm of jazz and you combine it with the language of country western. So we're not really putting in like jazz harmonies and things like that, but we're using the jazz rhythms. So it sounds like Western swing. So absolutely, it sounds like that. So yeah, we're down with that. And our next piece is a piece called "The Foggy Dew," and that's another war song about an Easter rebellion in Ireland. And the Foggy Dew is usually done like a waltz with 3 beats, but we're going to do this more up-tempo swing, because we're going to swing it. It's a pretty intense tune. We'll do some more Western swing here.
I guess we should, every other 2 songs, we should just say who we are again.
Who are we? I forgot who we are. Who are we? Tell us who we are.
You know, when I re-sleeve from the future, it frags my brain a little bit.
That's right. We're broadcasting from the future. We have Edgar Mills on the bass. That's your name, right?
Yes, it's
okay.
I copyrighted name.
He copyrighted that name. Don't steal it, or you're in trouble.
Can't.
Okay, and this is Paul Joseph on the piano. And we're the Paul Joseph duo right now. We usually perform as the Paul Joseph Quartet, but we're giving you a special intimate duo broadcast from an underground bunker at an undisclosed location.
Yes.
Don't tell anyone where it is. We're not going to tell anyone where it is, so that because we don't want anyone to find us. We don't want any viruses to find us. We are protected. We are safe, and we're going to keep you safe.
That's our mission.
That's our mission. Our mission, and it's also to tell you to get good nutrition in you.
Talking about nutrition. The healthiest jazz band in the world.
Healthiest jazz band in the world. We were drinking green smoothies for St. Patty's Day. We're drinking, ginger, turmeric, herbs. We're drinking kombucha, freshly made at the underground bunker. We got lots of good stuff to load up, crank up the immune system. Get those immune systems jacked up. Get good nutrition in you. Get exercise. Your body loves exercise. It's good for your immune system. Make sure you get rest. Don't fear. Sunshine.
Fresh air.
No fear. Fear is bad for the immune system, okay? Fear is the worst virus that's going around. It's much worse than any other virus. And it's much more contagious either.
Oh, God.
Much more contagious. The virus has affected a very small percentage of the world's people directly, but it's affected the fear, the contagion has affected everyone. That's the real virus. So don't be afraid. Be healthy. Okay.
Sit back and relax.
Relax. Enjoy the music too, because that's you need things for the soul. Art and music are food for the soul. You need to nourish the soul.
And it's free.
It's free. No charge here. No charge here. Okay, so we got the Foggy Dew, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. was some Western swing for you. The foggy dew. Hopefully that wiped away all the foggy dew in your mind and we're good to go.
But don't touch your face if any of that foggy dew is on your face.
That's right. Don't touch. Stay away from touching the face.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't even think about
Don't tell anybody we told you.
it. That's right.
Especially with this weather. We got 40 degrees, it's 50, then it's 30. That fog's going to pop in there.
It might pop
That
in.
dew will get on your face.
But the weather's great too. You got to get out, get some sunshine. That's good for you.
Absolutely.
The warm air is great for you. It's a warm day. It's beautiful. It lifts the spirits as well as good for the body. You got to lift the spirits. You got to lift the immune system of the body and the immune system of the spirit at the same time. And all right, so we're going to bring you a couple of Irish lullabies here. A piece called Tura Lura 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 Lura.
My favorite.
Yeah. And then we're going to segue into another famous Irish piece called When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. Whew. Matter of fact, it's funny because the reason we're segueing them together is because they're almost the same song. And they were written a year apart. Irish Eyes Were Smiling, When Irish Eyes Were Smiling was written in 1912. And then the next year, 1913, Tura Lura was written. And the author of When Irish Eyes Are Smiling was actually the lyricist was actually the original singer for the Tura Lura Lura. So there's a very strange relationship between these two songs. But they're all almost...
Google that.
Go Google it, see who it is. And, but anyway, this is Tura Lura Lura, an Irish lullaby. Smiling whether they're Irish or not.
It's as green as it gets.
It's as green as it gets. That's right. We got Edgar Mills on bass, Paul Joseph on piano. We're doing St. Patrick's Day jazz for St. Patrick's Day. And next piece is another sad piece about war and love. It's called The Wind That Shakes the Barley. And, you know, it's about a man and a woman, and the man is, you know, he wants to stay with his woman, and he loves her so much, but more important to him is to defend his country. He loves his country even more than the woman. So, so he's going off to war, and they're making a sad goodbye, and he's hugging her, and what happens is he, as he's hugging her, the enemy is sneaking up, and they shoot at them, and they shoot the poor woman, young woman, and she dies in his arms. And while this is happening, he hears the barley. He hears the wind rustling the barley, and every time he hears that, it reminds him of this, of this tragedy, and it just kind of sums up the tragedy of war also. And it's a very poetic way. The Irish have a very poetic way of dealing with tragedy. And this is a beautiful song, and we're going to do it, we're going to shake it up too. We're going to do it with 7 beats. Remember we did a song before, 5 beats? Now we do this in 7 beats. So the wind that shakes the barley. and we end it together. All right. That was it. The wind that shakes the barley. Okay. Now another time for another really good piece. Another reel. 2 reels. 2 reels for the price of 1. Actually, it's just free, so it's 2 reels for the price of none. So, the Irish Washerwoman.
Which isn't a bad thing.
The Irish, is that the original title of it, or was that?
Liberated. She's liberated. The Irish Washerwoman Liberated.
The Irish Washerwoman Liberated.
I guess they had the machines. That's when they got the machines. Instead of scrubbing it by the stream.
I think it was originally the Irish Washerman. I don't know. I'm very confused right now.
Yeah.
Because we're in the future.
Wait, it says Irish washer person. Let's go.
Oh, that's it.
Correct.
It's the Irish washer person. It used to be the Irish washer woman, but now she's liberated, so she's a washer person. So I guess when
she gets more pay.
I hope so. She deserves it. Washing is a tough job, especially these days. So you got to wash really carefully.
Yes. Speaking of that, that's why we're from the future, wearing these special suits made out of recycled toilet paper.
Recycled toilet paper. That's so many uses for these. So there you go. And yeah, Edgar Mills on the bass, Paul Joseph on piano, St. Patrick's Day Jazz. Hope you're enjoying it. We're trying to lift your spiritual immune systems, and don't forget to lift your physical immune systems also. So we got, what do we got? Oh, we got a reel, the Irish Washerwoman, and that's going to segue into Gary Owen, another heroic war song, yes. Gary Owen. So that's 2 reels for the price of none.
Whoa!
The Irish washer person liberated. Irish washerwoman
Look
and
at it straight.
Gary Owen. So that's what happens when they meet. The Irish washerwoman meets Gary Owen, and maybe they live happily ever after in
Yes.
our version. You know, we got to have some good news.
It was a
this
cash
Irish-
business. They could get the coins and
Get the coins. Go, that's right. Get your gold coins for St. Patty's Day. Look for some
and
shamrocks.
hide them from the leprechauns.
Hide them from the leprechauns. And if you see a leprechaun, invite them over for dinner. Give them some good nutrition. Give them the green smoothie, okay? They need the green smoothie.
You know, Paul's drinking so much. I'm asking our producer here, Chris, to get me some kombucha.
Our producer Chris is in the house.
Yes, we couldn't have done this without her.
We couldn't have. Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, because she set this all up. She set up the video and everything, and she even pushed the record button.
That's the most important
Most
thing.
important. And if you're not here seeing this right now, she obviously goofed. But if you're seeing this, she did a good job.
She gave thumbs up, though. We're good.
Thumbs up. Give thumbs up on
Get in
Facebook
here.
for Chris.
Get in here. Get in here. It's like, don't be shy.
She's shy. She's shy.
I'm thirsty and you're shy. Well, it's not green, but
It's close enough.
it'll do.
Drink plenty of water. It's good for you. Good for your immune system. General health practice. Okay. All right. So no Irish program would be complete without the famous Danny Boy.
Of course.
worry. I'm not coughing because of a virus. I'm coughing because I drinking so much water, getting good nutrition in me. That's
But
the
if
thing.
he was, we're tucked away here.
Yes, and if it's my time, it's my time. And being afraid is not going to make it any more pleasant. So here we are. So that was Danny Boy.
Boy, this has been some trip, Paul. It looks like we're on our last tune. Let's just reiterate why are we here.
We are here. We are Edgar Mills on bass and Paul Joseph on piano. Part of the Paul Joseph Quartet was supposed to play a couple of concerts this weekend, but we got canceled. Like everything else got canceled. Like the world got canceled. Yeah. Out of an abundance of caution, the world got canceled until further notice. So we're here. We're not going to let it stop us. We're going to play anyway. So we had the concert ready. We're doing it for you. And what else, Edgar?
Well, no Irish concert would be complete without an African rhythm.
That's right.
You want to explain that, Paul? If your ginger system is pretty strong.
It is. This is strong.
I've had some of Paul's ginger drinks. Look at him.
It's good. It's good.
Since it's our last tune, we gotta juice up here.
Get that immune system skyrocketing. Woo. My immune system's going through the roof here. We're gonna bust out of this underground bunker soon because the immune system's going through the roof. All right. So anyway, So we're the Paul Joseph Quartet was supposed to play concerts this weekend, but like everything else got canceled. But you could go to pauljoseph.com and you could see our upcoming schedule, and hopefully some of those won't get canceled. And you could even sign our email list. We have an email list there, and you could also watch video of the band, and you can watch video of the of my symphonic music. You could spend a whole day on pauljoseph.com, a whole week.
How many people have hit our Mozart video?
That's right. We got Mozart Meets Jazz on there. And I'm going to be uploading soon our Gershwin Jazz program, which is already on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can find it through a YouTube search for Paul Joseph Classical, and you're good. You find it, and you get our whole Gershwin Jazz program. And pretty soon we're going to have Cole Porter up too. And so that's on YouTube. So we have stuff on the website. We have stuff on the YouTube channel. And lots of good stuff like that. You could spend, you could spend like all the rest of the next month, browsing for Paul Joseph music. And you might as well, since you're probably not going to have anything else to do, right?
You run out of Netflix. We're waiting for you.
We're waiting for you. Yeah, we're going to be doing some more live streaming at some point. This is our first time. We never did this before, so it's a little rough around the edges, but we're going to work it out. We're going to get it up to speed, and we're going to be rocking. Maybe we'll do it on YouTube too. So we got that in the works. So anyway, our last piece is, what is it again? Oh, it's the song I Hardly Knowing You.
Ye.
Oh, Johnny, I Hardly Knew Ye.
Don't forget the ye, that's my favorite part.
The ye's is a favorite part, we can't leave that out. Johnny, I Hardly Knew Ye. Now, you all know this song, although you don't know you know this song.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, you hardly know that you know this song, Johnny, I Hardly Knew Ye.
Yeah.
So anyway, but
he hardly knew that
I can't get this right.
Ye.
It's too confusing. And to make it more confusing is you know the song because it's the same melody as a patriotic song that a Civil War song called When Johnny Comes Marching Home. And like a lot of Civil War songs, and they were actually originated in Ireland. They were old Irish songs. And the interesting thing about this, it's the same storyline. But the thing is, you see, When Johnny Comes Marching Home, the American version is a more sanitized version. Johnny comes home as a hero, and he's unscathed, and it's a propaganda type of piece, basically. The other piece, the original, Johnny, I Hardly Knew Ye, Johnny still comes home from war, but he went through the ravages of war. PTSD and everything else. He's so disfigured that they don't recognize him. So they say, Johnny, I Hardly Knew Ye. They don't know who he is when he comes back. Almost like that John Riley character who was like prancing around before he came back to his girlfriend. So anyway, they couldn't recognize him, and so that's why it's called Johnny, I Hardly Knew Ye. But it's the same. It's the same song, same story. The American version, like I said, more sanitized. And the Irish version reflects more of the real ravages of war because the Irish are a very real people.
Yes. Now, Paul, before you start this, over there we have a drum. I think ye should get the ye drum.
I will get the drum.
Paul is getting the ye drum because this is our African style, and we have a lot of rhythm. And usually Mike, our drummer, is taking a solo in our quartet or trio style, but today it's just us. So.
That's right. And does anyone know what this is called? It's an African drum.
Bongos.
Don't say bongos. Everyone says bongo, but it's not a bongo. It's called a djembe, and we're not going to tell you how to spell it either.
Forget that.
You gotta either Google it or ask Siri how to spell it. So anyway, and we also use this to amplify the voice too. It's very good acoustic.
Sounds cool.
Sounds cool. All right, so this is our piece, Johnny I Hardly Knew Ye, featuring the djembe. Thank you. That last chord was great. Hopefully you heard it. Just rang forever. It was like the chord at the end of A Day in the Life by the Beatles. It just went on for hours, and it was great. Thank you so much. Edgar Mills on bass, Paul Joseph on piano, and we're the Paul Joseph Duo, and we're going to see you soon,
Oh, come on,
hopefully.
let's do our official bow.
Our official bow.
Yeah, they like to do the professional bows.
We're trying to be professional here.
1, 2, 3. Thank you, Facebook.
Stay healthy.